Hi everybody, Matt here from Matt Likes Comics. Today I want to do one of those what I call rant videos for the most part, but even though I'm not really ranting, I just call them that because that's what other people call them, and it's just when you say rant video coming up for a channel like mine, you know that for the majority of the video it's not going to be about comic book showing per se. But there is going to be some comics shown in this video because I went to the mailbox today and I got this package from Mike Dennis. Mike Dennis is someone who watches the channel on a regular basis, and I want to say thank you very much for bringing this. We're going to open this in about 5 minutes or so. The rant I wanted to make, as I said, rant, not a rant, is I wanted to talk about what 2 years, it's going to be 2 years very soon of me doing YouTube at the end of May. And I wanted to talk about what I've learned so far about it and what I think is great about it and what I think is not so great about it. The biggest thing that I have a serious problem with YouTube is the amount of headspace it is taking. I mean, like, you're always, in the sense that it's fun. Don't get me wrong, it's fun, but I find that I'm thinking about it a lot. I'm wondering about, am I getting subscribers? Are people watching? What am I doing? What's the next video? Whatever. And when I first started this, I didn't think it would take up as much time as it does. That's okay. I don't mind that at all because, quite simply, bottom line, I get to read and talk about comics. I get to see and talk to people about other people about comic books. I get to see what other people have. Really, it turns out it's a plus more than anything else that I'm able to see all these great books. Like, there are books like from people like Alan Steppo, Man Cave, Big E, Bleecker, Who Dat, etc., that I would have never seen had I not watched their channels. Another big one, the big one that I never see a lot of the books is Alex the Comic Hoarder. A lot of the books he shows I haven't seen. Lunch Money Comics. By the way, if I don't mention your name, you're not forgotten. Chonko and Lunch Money has shown me the coolness of what foreign comics can be like. And Mark from Suddenly Comics, of course, being in Britain, probably has a lot of these British versions, and I think that the British versions are actually neat. I used to think that they were like these because like every Canadian growing up, we always thought our crap was worse than America, for no other reason than we have a national complex about that sort of thing. It's just in our DNA. We're always feeling like second place, right? Hockey proves it this year. But American versions of comics that came from the, that had the 3 prices on it and had, came into the direct market were so much more cooler to get than the newsstand ones. It's only now that we're realizing these Canadian price variants are actually worth quite a bit of money from the early 80s to the early 90s. It's amazing that how things can change over the years. That's another thing that YouTube has done. It's opened my eyes to a lot of things I would have never thought were part of the hobby. I knew out there were people that liked original art and liked to get autographs on books. I like to get autographs on books. I wasn't necessarily buying original art or anything like that. I, for the most part, am more of a reader and than I am an art appreciator. So, like, as I've always said, good writing saves bad art, but good art cannot save bad writing. That's the way I have always thought about it. And being on YouTube has taught me, and watching YouTube has taught me about the various things out there. And now, more so than ever, I've always had my favorite artists like Kurt Swan, Carmen Infantino, Jim Aparo, Neil Adams, Nick Cardy, etc. Always had my favorite artists. But now I'm interested in the like how there are levels, right? Like King Jack Kirby's at this level of popularity and knowledge, and new artist is down here. So I'm starting to appreciate new artists is down here more because I'm also learning more about what's behind the making. making of the comic books, having talked to a few artists and stuff like that, it blows my mind the amount of knowledge out there, stuff that I had no clue about. I used to think I was Mr. Oh, I know everything. I'm awesome. Ask me any question, I'm going to get it. Because if I don't know it, it doesn't work. It's not worth knowing, right? Wrong. I had to get out of going on YouTube. Now, I always bought books from other companies, but I always concentrated on my Superman books and my whatever for the most part because that's what I like. And everybody should concentrate on what you like. But what YouTube has shown me is that there are other things out there that I might like if I give a chance. I love the fact I miss Lettuce Comics coming on all the time. He and Nate over at Hall Yeah Comics, Eric at SideQuest, Big Nasty, they just made when they did even Dope Comics because he was part of the FOMO squad for a while. They showed books that just made me laugh and made me want to get them, and I got them. But that also led me to other books from these sort of companies, like and so on. It's amazing what one of the Dope especially has shown me how cool modern horror books can be. I had always not paid attention to them because I thought, oh, it's modern horror. Other than Vampirella, who looks hot, what's the big deal? They can't compete. To me, it was like, you can't compete with EC. You can't compete with what was back then. The movies are better, the TV shows. But no, luckily for me, guys like Dope and Chonko and some of the other horror, Mon Comics, for example, they're into the more horror stuff that actually opened my eyes to it. And I actually bought a few books of the one, the Something is Killing the Children. I gave it a shot. I bought some creep shows that have been out recently. And I've been reading a lot of other stuff online that I think I need to buy because it looks really cool. And I want to thank those guys for that. I want to thank Alan and Steppo for... It's not that they're forcing me, but they pushed me into the Golden Age era. I thought that was awesome. I've always liked Golden Age superheroes. I didn't read much of Golden Age outside of superheroes, and I always read those in collections, right? I didn't own any of the books. Well, now I have a couple crime books. I've got a Captain Marvel book. Thank you, Chonko. I've got a Captain Marvel Jr., I should say. I've got, oh boy, I've got some teenage romance stuff from Matt Baker, that kind of thing. Some of the boy comics, some of the, Daredevil comic I bought one of, just to try out the Golden Age. And I have, if you go by Golden Age time, I've got 5 or 6 Dells that are from that era as well. So, and of course, I've discovered Dell and Goldkey lately, and I really, really enjoy those. Not that I didn't read them before, they just weren't priorities. Most of all, it's the fans and the people that are watching and comment and give you ideas and tell you if what you're doing is right or telling you if it's wrong. It's you guys that make it the biggest deal. I love interacting with the people that are in my chat or in the chat of other streams that I'm watching. I love interacting with them too. Because again, you get silly people. You get people who like to crack jokes, like Jason from Archivist Adrift. He and I can crack jokes back and forth in a chat. Like, I don't know for how long, until we run out of jokes, I guess, really. But you get other things, like, just the fact that people take the time to watch your videos and comment on them and send you books. I really appreciate that. It's really, really nice of everybody to do this sort of thing. I particularly need to thank one person out there from the fan category, and that's Robbie Josephs. Robbie, thank you so much. You are a great sounding board. You are a fun person to talk comics with, and I'm very grateful for all the things you've sent me over the last couple of years. And I have to say, I have to say I've never met anybody like you before, and I appreciate it very much. Now, we've gone 10 minutes of ranting. Let's do some box opening, shall we? And have some real fun. Here it comes. It's one of those cool boxes that Canada Post uses that you can just rip on the side and everything slips right out. Just like this. Oh boy. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of fun here. Jonko, if you're watching. But I really, Mike Dennis, if you're watching, I really hope you, and I hope you are. Thank you very much. I am always been, oh my God, grateful for everything everybody ever sends. Wow. There are 2 packages like this. I'm going to just open both and then we'll show the books. And the biggest thing, by the way, that I've learned from YouTube is I suck at editing. And I really need to get good glasses because I can't read my own writing. All right. There we go. Oh, wow. Wowzers. We've got a Absolute Batman #1. And this is a cover I don't have. Very cool, Mike. Absolute Batman #2, which I don't have any of. Absolute Batman #3. Another one I don't have. Absolute Batman #4. Very cool. This one I have to open up. It's got this, oh, never mind, it's in the back. Deadpool Wolverine 1, Bryce Comics Virgin Edition. Wow. This is number 56 out of 1,000 copies. Mike, you shouldn't have. That's amazing. And over here, we have Action Comics 411. Action 373, which is a giant, an 80-page giant. Supergirl. This is awesome. Very cool. The Bride of Mr. Mixolydic. Oh, no, thank you. And, oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is the Fox and the Crow issue 2. Very cool. And there's one here that the number's not on the front. So I'm going to open it to see what issue number it is. Generally speaking, I know what issue number it is when there's no number on the front. But let's just double check. Yep. I can't believe this. Let me just whip this real fast back into the bag. This is absolutely amazing. Oh my lordy, lordy. Mike, you are amazing. This is insanely awesome and generous. This is hard to put back in the bag, among other things. But this is the Fox and the Crow 1. Issue 1. Mike, thank you very much. Again, this is an example of what I've been saying about you. The comic community out there is so generous and nice, and it makes me want to be the best me I can be so that I can share things with you. If you've liked what I've done today, please like, comment, and subscribe below. Tell me if you think I'm crazy. Tell me if tell me whatever. Tell me about these books. These books are amazing. I'm blown away today. Thank you very much for joining me today, everybody. I hope you're having a great time. I hope everything's well with you and your family, and hope to see you again soon. My name is Matt. I like comics, and I hope you do too. Bye, everybody.